Hey guys, welcome back to the Medical Medium Experiment. Rosalind here. I am coming to you today from two different medical medium sessions that I had this week, and I want to just give you the brief overview. But while I'm doing that, check out the products on the back bar because I need to shut the door. Okay, I'm back. So, session number one, and I might do this in two different videos. I haven't figured it out yet. Session number one was with Pam Gotcher, and it's about body code energy, I think, or body code therapy is what it was. And basically, I kept feeling like I was getting stuck, and I knew that I wanted to do the medical medium protocol and go even further, but I would have setbacks. And so we did some energy work, and she talked about different things, and she did some readings and stuff on my immune system and how strong it was, how my glands were working, how my heart was working, different things. And it was pretty cool, and how like happy or not happy my organs were. Some of my organs, some of the things in my body, which I pretty much know my liver is not as happy as it's going to be. But I know it's happier than it was, so that's pretty cool. So, one thing that she did was she knew from whatever work she was doing that I had an experience that I had, that I had a dog. She didn't know that I had a dog, but I had this dog for 3 years, from when I got him when he was a puppy, and he did not make it to 3 years old. He died just a little before that. And he had a mystery illness. How funny. So he had several different vets. I went everywhere. I tried everything. I had phone conversations with people across the country about his health. And I will say that the psychic people were more intuitive of what was going on with him than the doctors. And that sucks, but that's what happened. It was kind of sad, but I'm pretty sure my dog had Epstein-Barr virus or shingles virus or something. He had pains everywhere. He would be limp on this leg, limp on the other leg. Nothing made sense, and then at the end, he ended up having seizures and things. So I'm sure he had like heavy metal problems and all kinds of stuff. And I tried everything from raw food and supplements, just everything across the board. And nothing, he just kept getting worse. So that was traumatic for me because every bit of money I had went to that dog and trying to save him. He was a bull mastiff, so trying to save that size dog was hard. But that was a very emotional situation. I thought I let it go. I'm still talking about it today like it's fine. And when she brought it up, the time span, I knew that was him. And so I had some tears, but she didn't know I had tears. She couldn't see me, so that was pretty cool. I didn't have to talk about it. She still, until she watches this video, has no idea that it was about my dog. Unless she intuitively knew, but she didn't bring it up. Which was nice, because you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to go in and relive and drudge up all this stuff. So she did some clearing on that, and immediately after it, my whole energy around my body changed. And I thought that was crazy, but I liked it because I felt lighter, even though I couldn't tell how I was going to feel. So we did that session, and I went home and ate a whole bunch of potatoes and chilled out, and within an hour of that, I was dead asleep. Like, I had to go to bed, and I slept hard and good for about 3 hours. And a lot of times that happens after an emotional session or an energy session. When your body's trying to shift, you might want to sleep. When you're detoxing, you might need to sleep more. If you are tired, you need to sleep. That is your body's way of saying it needs rest, and it has to do some more work. And so that's what my body did, is it did some more work. So I had that with her, and the food and everything seems to be going well. And I'll tell you, it's going so well that usually before I have a session, energy or not, with anybody, which I had another session today with Kim from the Reclaimers of Health, and I'm going to talk to y'all about that one as well. Usually I fall off the wagon. Usually I don't feel good, and I didn't do that yesterday or last night. I had a couple of bumps where I wanted to go eat the no foods, but I didn't do it. That's a big deal. Usually when emotions start to kick in, Rosalind's going to go eat some food. She's going to go eat some no food. So, but I didn't do that. So that shows me that session with Pam Gotcher, and I'm going to put the details below. That helped. That was a big deal. So I have another session with her in a few weeks, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do it on, but y'all will know, and we'll see what happens and comes up. But I just want to touch base on that and let you know how that one went. And like I said, her information's below. And if you know that you need emotional work, she can do it. I think she can even help you with some food stuff. I'm not sure what all she can help you with. You'll have to ask her. But if you feel compelled to just work with her, you can probably do all of that. If not, she'll refer you to somebody that can help you with things, or she'll find out ways for you, because this cookie is smart. You can find her on the Reclaimers of Health Facebook group. You can find her on, I've seen her in my Manizas when I work with Maniza, the 21-day cleanse. Pam knows a lot. She has a very smooth and comforting way of telling you what this does in your body, instead of like, no, you shouldn't have that. She has a very good way of breaking it down for you and just helping you out, which is what we need in this process. We need compassion for each other, and we need to help each other out. So loved her. So try her. So the other person I want to tell you about is Kimberly, and I'm going to put her link below too. And she's the Reclaimers of Health .com group. That's who she is with. And my questions for her were, she's a medical medium practitioner. So she works, she learned under Anthony, and she's been through this herself. And I think her journey might have been pretty painful as well, her healing. So I think there was times when she was pretty sick. So I just, out of all the people that I've worked with, including Anthony, and I love Anthony to pieces, I didn't have as much time with him as I did with these other people, but I love Kim. She is, and Pam. Pam's great, but Kim just, the way she went through my session was amazing. And she took it, the whole hour was well spent, well worth the money, because I probably won't have to see her for another long time. Like, I'm doing pretty good. And she kind of pointed that out. So we're pretty excited. So a couple of things is, mine was like motivation and energy. And she said that the reason, and this makes so much sense, and sorry I'm like going through all my stuff, is because my liver's sluggish. And my liver's been sluggish. It's not as sluggish as it was, but it's still sluggish. And what's happening for me is I'm actually killing the virus, even though I have no foods, and I don't have them often like I did. But I mean, I'm still like days and days where I don't have a no food. And that is, I'm killing the virus, and it's not flushing out of my system because my liver's sluggish. So I'm fixing to start doing, I've actually already started it last night. I just didn't know that this was what was going to happen. But I'm going to do aloe water 1 to 3 times a day. I'm going to start taking the vitamin C, the ester vitamin C from Pure Encapsulations. And I'm going to start taking the Neuromag. The Neuromag makes me a little sleepy, so I might take a few before I go to bed, and I might spread some out over the day. And that magnesium is going to help. Those three are a big deal. So aloe, vitamin C, the ester C, and Neuromag. And that is going to help my liver flush, and it's going to help my digestive system move. And if I get diarrhea for like a lot, like a few days in a row, because I've had it like once, but I'm usually so constipated that I don't really have it. So I've had it once, and I knew that was just flushing stuff out and didn't need to worry about it. But if I get to the point where I'm having it too much, then I've got to back off of something and figure out what is causing it. And you can play with those things. That's why this is an experimentation. Excuse me. I can play with those things, and I'm going to figure this out. And this is my protocol, and I'm not a doctor, and this is just my journey on YouTube. But anyways, by doing those things, it'll get my liver going and then flushing things out. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I can start flushing out the dead stuff that's in me, because I feel like I have a lot of dead stuff in me. And then the other thing is I have dehydrated bowels, which I pretty much believe, which is why I can't get this stuff to come out of me. So I'm going to start taking the Mega Hydrate for that. And that's also got silica in there, which I need for like my joints and stuff. My thumbs and my wrist are kind of like messing with me right now, my ligaments. So that's what I'm doing. So my my food is pretty on course, except for I need to add a salad during the day. That's the one thing I don't do. My food's pretty on course, and I just have to start flushing my liver. Flushing the liver. And the cool thing about flushing the liver that I was asking her about is when you flush your liver, which makes a lot of sense to me, you lessen your symptoms. And that is so powerful because I have symptoms and they've gotten kind of worse, and then some symptoms have actually gone away. And some things like my eczema and stuff on my skin and stuff, I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't leave, and the flakiness from my head, well, it flares up when I haven't gone to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, so I just got to flush my liver more. So all of this stuff is fixing to change. Hopefully it'll visually change and I can tell you more stuff about it. And so my focus is the liver flushing and that. And then it's the salads, eating salads, drinking some dandelions, getting more greens in. And that should help with everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so I wanted to also talk to you. Remember how I would say my whole face was red and irritated and would like burn and stuff? That was a detox symptom I was having. Guess what that's from? So I'm an esthetician and I have used tons of chemicals on my skin for years. And I just now, over the last 2 years, have quit using such harsh stuff on my skin because I wasn't getting a change. It didn't make any sense. It would just get worse again. And so but you see, I have the honey. And so the cool thing is that the flushing, and when I do this stuff, it's pulling the stuff out of my skin that I put on there. And that's where that stuff comes from. So that will start to get healthier and heal. And it just goes to show, sometimes you have no idea what is in your products you use and what you're putting into your body. And now I feel it, because when my skin does this, I have a whole ring of circle where I put products. I never really put it on my neck that much. And so I'm just kind of still blown away. I'm still like gathering and taking this in. So that's what is going on with those detox symptoms, and that's what it's from. And when I flush my liver, hopefully a lot of that will go away and it can just move out of the body instead of like catching my face on fire. So those are the two people I saw. I will put their links below. If you have any comments, let me know. If your comments are not nice, please don't post them. This is a compassionate place. This is, medical medium talks to the spirit of compassion, and the spirit of compassion loves us, and he is there to help us, and Anthony is there to help us, and so is everybody else. And when you are not very nice to other people, that's not being very helpful. So just remember that this is a healing place and that everybody has a different journey and everybody has a different experience and everybody's going through something different. And we're all very strong, and it's a lot easier to love each other than it is to hate and be mean to each other. And I just want y'all to respect that and respect me and respect yourselves through me, and keep your nasty comments to yourself. So, on that note, I'm going to flip it a little bit and say, you can do this. If I can do this and figure this out, you can. And I haven't put gobs and gobs of money in this, nowhere near like I did my dog. So if I can do this and pay for it and have a session or two every now and then to get me better, you can too. And if you've got to figure out ways to save up to do that, it's well worth it. And to get your healing, it will save you money in the long run. And I can go ahead and tell you, I've saved a crap ton of money. That's not the word I wanted to use. From not buying products all the time, not buying facial products, and using just like the living libations, and I don't wash my hair with shampoo anymore. I don't put products on my hair. So there you go. For me, that's a lot of savings. Do I look the greatest right now? No, not like I want to, but hey, this is such a fun journey. I don't really care. I'm having so much fun, telling y'all about this and experimenting and finding what works and visiting with these people. And I finally feel like I kind of have a home and a place where I belong and I'm being heard, which is something else I want. And I see the comments that y'all write. Y'all are wanting change, and some people also think, oh, well, if you do this 100%